Hey guys, this is Riku for another awesome episode of Road to Conqueror. This time around, we'll be interviewing a Conqueror about his thoughts on the newest superhero from AOV, Superman. Today, we're going to be having Joseph Norman Sulit, also known as Jido from Samurai Gamers. How are you feeling today?
Right now, I feel nervous, but I can do it.
You can do it. I believe so. I believe so. So how many times a week or per day do you dedicate to play AOV?
I usually play at least 15 hours a day.
Wow!
15 hours a day, but how long did it take you to get to Conqueror?
It took 3 days of my life.
3 days? Wait,
Yes.
3 days you got to Conquer?
Yes, because I started
Wow!
rank 96, 30 stars, and that time the current 50 Conqueror stars are on 55. So
I see.
I need to earn 25 more stars.
Uh-huh.
So during that days, I focus on winning the game.
I see. Since this is a special episode, we're going to be talking about Superman and what you think of the new hero. So let's move on to that. What do you think of Superman in general? What's his role? What does he do?
Upon checking and playing Superman role, he really dominates the game as he is very tanky. He has a lot of CCs. He also have a burst ability. He can really make sure that the team will gonna dominate the game.
Alright, so let's move on to Superman's skill sets, because on paper it really looks complicated. So could you walk us through each of the skills, because he has a flight mode and a normal or walking mode. So could you tell us when is the best time to use each of the certain skills?
The passive of Superman is the flight mode. If he reached the maximum speed, he will be flying, and then he will gain 2% movement speed, and then additional 12% damage of his current HP. So that's a really powerful advantage for Superman. For the flight mode in the first skill, whenever you're engaging with the enemy, that's the best time to use it, since it gives you the crowd control ability. It will give Superman the ability to release his laser beam. It consists of the CC and then the burst damage as well.
I see. So as for the second skill, what do you think about the second skill?
For the normal mode of the second skill, the best time to use it whenever you're chasing the enemy, and also whenever you're disengaging.
Exactly, you really want to keep Superman going, especially, you explained the passive from earlier. So how about his flight mode on his second skill?
Alright, so for the flight mode in his second skill, the best time to use it whenever you wanted to disrupt the enemy when clashing, because when you use the second skill, it will scatter the enemy.
Yeah. I can imagine it's really good when there's an assassin jumping onto a support or a squishy target from your team. I can imagine Superman saving the day.
Yeah,
just
that's
jumping
correct.
in, right?
You can save the support or the marksman when someone trying to eliminate them.
So let's discuss about Superman's ultimate. When is the best time to either use the flight mode or the normal mode ult?
So for the normal mode, for me it's not really advisable, since it will not gives you any additional damage. It will only gives you 100% boost in the energy to fill up the movement speed of Superman. Much better to use it in a flight mode, since it will gives you the damage to eliminate and to rush into the enemy to burst them.
I see. So it's really advisable to maximize, Superman's full potential. You just use the flight mode ultimate
That's
better.
correct.
But then, how about the normal mode? When do you want to use it, if ever?
Whenever you're escaping or whenever you're chasing, so that it will let you use, or it will activate your passive skill, which is the flight mode.
So let's talk about how you're gonna build Superman. I mean, your items, your arcanas, and how you're gonna play him later on. So for arcanas, what would you recommend?
For me, for the red arcana, it's gonna be the Indomitable, since Superman needs attack speed. For the violet arcana, it's gonna be the Benevolence. It gives you the movement speed, additional movement speed, at the same time the armor and the regeneration. For the green one, it's the Valiance, since it gives you the additional cooldown speed.
Exactly. I mean, he has like practically, I don't know, six skills in total, so that's crazy. Alright, how about Superman's item build path? How are you gonna build it?
For me, the best item for Superman right now is the Odin's Wheel, since it will gives you additional movement speed whenever you're being hit by the enemy.
Alright, so let's talk about the meta. What do you think is gonna change now that Superman is here?
Since Superman will really fit with any team composition, he's very powerful, so we can make sure that Superman is on every scene of the battle.
Oh my! So can we assume that even from, I don't know, bronze to master, we're gonna see Superman?
Yes, of course, definitely.
Especially Conqueror.
Of course, in higher tier, high priority picks is Superman.
What can we conclude though with Superman? Like after talking about everything from his skit to what he does during team fights to his item builds, what's your final conclusion or final say about the new hero?
For me, Superman is a must-have hero since he's very powerful. He can dominate everything, and he's very fit to every team composition.
I do imagine how it's gonna really change the scene. I mean, you mentioned how Superman is a must-buy. Everybody has to have it, and I see why. I mean, we already went through the all of his skit and what he does during fights. Do you have a social media page that you want your fans or viewers to follow?
Yes, you should like Samurai Gamers, since Samurai Gamers page gives most of the tips with the new release heroes and the old heroes. Samurai Gamers are really updated. And you can also like my page, Jido. I always give free stuffs and skins there. Yes.
Awesome sauce. That's awesome to hear that. Thank you so much. I am very happy to have you here for a special episode of Road to Conqueror. Thank you, Jido.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Alright, so that concludes our Road to Conqueror special episode for today, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!
Bye! Hi, I'm Norman Joseph Sulit, also known as SG.Jido, and I'm a Conqueror.